Hello, traders. We are about an hour and a half away from the FOMC meeting. We are about 3 hours into trading. Market not doing a whole lot right now. We're all waiting for that statement. Let's take a look at the chart of the SPY and see the action today. You can see we had a little gap up today and then a little bit of a reversal. We had a buy signal come in here. It was a bit early right in there, but eventually the market did try and get through the high from yesterday. It was able to do so briefly, and then we had a nice sell signal right here. Now we're getting into a buy signal, so we're probably going to try the upside for a little bit. Back and forth action, nothing organized. In fact, if you go into the daily chart, that also tells us that the action's rather subdued in here. We had this test of support. That's the 50-day moving average. We'll put up that indicator right now. I'm going to try and keep the video today short. So we get pullback 1, pullback 2. Look at these tiny little bodied candles. Tiny, tiny, tiny. That tells you that this rally right in here is not all that good in terms of quality. It also tells us that the intraday price action is very balanced because the close is very close to the open. So buyers and sellers are paired off. A couple of reasons for that. One is the FOMC statement. Traders tend to balance out ahead of the statement, and then they'll trade accordingly after the number comes out or after the statement comes out. Everyone's expecting a super dovish statement. The Fed's already said that they're willing to let inflation go above their 2% target. That's about as dovish as you can get. No one's really looking for any interest rate hike, even through 2021, perhaps even 2022. So, very dovish environment. The Fed has said it's time for politicians to take the ball and run with it. In other words, we need a fiscal stimulus plan. Now, that does have a small bid to the market right now because Democrats in the House have vowed to stay in session in October until they get a stimulus agreement. So that's good. That's keeping the market afloat right now. That 50-day moving average is intact. Valuations are at 23 as far as the PE on the S&P 500. That's rich. So that's creating selling pressure. Anytime you get a big market rally, you can expect to see some profit taking. On the bid side, you have those low interest rates and a possible stimulus, keeping a bid and keeping support to it. What does all of that mean? It means that we get tiny little bodied candles. Plus, we have the election coming up, binary event. Who knows who's going to win? My greatest fear as far as the election is that the outcome might not be known for 6 weeks after the actual election because of all the mail-in ballots. The market would not like that scenario because it's uncertainty. Until then, we just kind of chop around, see, feel the price action one way. If the market tries to rally, it hits resistance, then we'll probably see some selling pressure. Not a lot that we can do right now. It's a waiting game. So that means that it's a good environment for day traders, not so good for swing traders. Now, the advantage that swing traders have right now is if you get on a stock that's really hot, you can ride it overnight, perhaps even for a couple of days without worrying about the market pulling the rug out from underneath you. But you also don't have the market tailwind working in your favor. And that's true also of day trade. So I'm just going to go in, going to take a look at a couple of stocks that I like that look good for the long side. If you're day trading it, FOMC reaction positive, market closes near its high of the day, you can consider carrying some of these stocks overnight. Same thing on the bearish side, two-sided price action. If the FOMC statement is negative, you see a pullback in the stock closes on its low of the day, market closes on its low of the day, you might be able to carry some of these overnight. I would keep your position small because this is a low probability trading environment right now. So we'll go into some of our searches, we'll see stocks that I like, and I like to have strength. So there are a couple of stocks like TLRY that I'm going to show you. Very powerful rally today. This has been nice on a day trading basis, but on a daily basis, not so great. You see this downward sloping trend line right here. There was also a downward sloping trend line that came through here that was breached to the upside. So for a pop, sure. One day pop, no problem. But this is a bearish downward sloping trend line, so it is not the type of stock that I would want to hold overnight. Now, there are a couple of them that look good. FDX came out with excellent earnings today. You can see that gap higher, but the stock hasn't been able to advance. BYND has been a nice looking stock today. I like this breakout here through horizontal resistance. It's been able to hold its gains for most of the day, so BYND looks like it wants to get going here. There you can see it. DKNG. Now, this is a stock that I highlighted in my weekly swing trading video a week ago. We're trying to sell out of the money bullish put spreads on it. This stock has a strong head of steam. NFL started. That should be good for the company. You've got this beautiful horizontal breakout through resistance right here. Long green candles closing on their high. Big volume. I believe DKNG continues to go higher. So, as far as my bullish list today, that is certainly one that I'll be looking at. One that, more than looking at it, that's one that I will be trading. Z, that also looks nice. You can see the breakout here to a new high. Take a look at the daily price action on that one. There you can see we had a big gap up, pull back, got a little bit ahead of itself, and now it's gradually starting to float higher, even when the market has been drifting lower. So let's back this off so you can see that's what the S&P has been doing in the last 45 minutes. Continue to go down the list. Take a look at relative strength 30 because we have a market pullback right in here. Let's see what's strong. NVAX. Oh, yeah, that is a nice, strong chart. We had one of our members was on that early back in here. That is a beauty. Go to the daily chart, and you can see very volatile stock, but this downward sloping trend line has been broken to the upside. That's good. Let's put the major moving averages in so we can see if they come into play. And yes, the 100-day moving average was a support level that it found last week. So that looks pretty good today. Anything that's down on the day, I'm not going to be even looking at. So I'm going to continue to bypass anything that's down. Nothing too interesting there on OSTK. Big drop, starting to form support. The stock is a mover, so it'll probably have a bounce to the upside, but I wouldn't be overly excited about that because the price action has been very choppy. EOG, I'm just going to click through. I'm just looking for a couple of good stocks here. BBBY, that actually looks pretty good. GTC, going to click it, double click on that candle, and there it goes right through the high. I'm going to show you one other stock that I think is going to perform well. And the way that it came to my attention today was exactly like I just showed you. I looked at the daily chart. I said, hey, you know what? If this stock gets through this high, it's going to go. And the stock is LYV. And there you can see. That was my resistance point. I think I highlighted this a few days ago in one of my videos. I double clicked on that high right there. That drew a horizontal line, and now it's starting to poke through that horizontal resistance. Take a look at the price action today. Nice. Choppy, but nice. It's making its way higher. So LYV will be my second pick of the day. Now let's see what we've got on the bearish side. Go into the bearish searches. Take a look at Pop Bear. See if we've got anything there. Nope. Heavy selling. Adobe, post earnings. This stock has been weak. I day traded it to the downside. First time I made $4 on it. Second time I lost $1. I was early right in here and I got shaken out of the position. But yes, it looks pretty weak. Let's go to that daily chart. And you can see a big bearish engulfing pattern right here. Would I, on a swing basis, short Adobe right here, right now? Well, there is a nice horizontal support level right here, so probably not. And I can also draw a upward sloping trend line here. Connect that, connect that. Now, if this is breached, I'm going to know on a GTC basis, so it'll have fallen through that prior resistance, which is now support, and that happens to coincide with this upward sloping trend line, then I think Adobe sets up well for a bearish swing trade. But not until then. On a day trading basis, yes, I think there might be a swing opportunity for us there. Just clicking through, I'm looking for a good swing trade. Aha, this is actually pretty nice. Angie, A-N-G-I. Look at how that stock has been weak relative to the market and how it is below the 100-day moving average, and now it is making a new low for the day. And on M5, also very weak. Here's the price action for the day so far. Down, down, down. So we've got ANGI looks good for a swing and for day trading. ADBE looks good for day trading alone. It needs to break that technical support level before we can swing that on an overnight basis. Keep taking a look, see what else we've got here. See how easy it is? Just click through these searches and you'll find your stocks. Nike, that's been on a breakout. Let's see if it's able to hold that breakout. No, it wasn't able to hold that breakout. It's falling back through. That's a support level right there. Not a real mover. That's my problem with it, is it doesn't have a lot of pace to it. So I'm going to keep going. Take a look at relative week 30, see what's on that list. PayPal is a stock that we have been watching. This is a horizontal, was resistance level. Now it's support. You can see 1, 2, 3. It's testing that support with greater frequency. Going to take my GTC, going to double click on that. Now I've got my alert line. If it falls through and we have a weak FOMC reaction, yes, I think this is a good short, and it goes down to the 100-day moving average if it breaches that support level. So yes, that one looks pretty good. WDAY compressing. And we'll go into bear run, see if we've got anything in here. No, no, no. Well, I've given you a couple of shorts to take a look at. So I think Adobe is good on a day trading basis. It would be good on a swing trading basis from the short side if it breaks that technical support level I referenced. Same thing with PayPal. Weak on a daily basis, weak on a intraday basis. Good for a day trading short, but it needs to break that technical support level to be an overnight swing. You can see the relative weakness today. On the long side, I like DKNG and I like LYV. I'll go back to the market very quickly here. I don't think we're going to get much of a reaction off this FOMC statement. I really don't. Good news is priced in. Everybody's expecting dovish remarks. Could be a real yawner. The last 4 trading days have been yawners because the closes have been right where the opens are. Market is in wait and see mode, just waiting to see what the next driver might be. If we continue to drift higher for a couple of weeks, that will be bullish, and we'll have a retest of the low that will be very, very brief, and we may see a higher low. That would be a nice sign that the market wants to continue to go higher. Bears want to see this price action. Little bounce here, nothing going. In about 2 or 3 days, wham! Another long red candle closing on its low. That would breach this 50-day moving average, and it would set us up to move down to SPY 324 and possibly down to the 100-day moving average. So that's what each of the two camps would like to see, but it's very possible that we just move sideways and bide some time until the election, until the stimulus plan. I hope I'm wrong, because that would mean really dull trading for a long time. I hope you enjoyed this content. Please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on your notifications. I don't have a lot for you today. Not expecting a big reaction from the FOMC. Let's hope tomorrow is much better. We do have quadruple witching coming up, which incidentally, I track option open interest, and I'm not really seeing a whole lot one way or the other in terms of a bias going into quadruple witching. Could be a quiet one. Again, I hope I'm wrong. We'll see what the price action does overnight. Thank you. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers, and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.